Call to remembrance, reader, if thou e'er hast, on a mountain top, been ta'en by cloud, through which thou saw'st no better than the mole doth through opacous membrane, then, whene'er the watery vapours dense began to melt into thin air, how fatally the sun's sphere seemed wading through them, so thy nimble thought may image, how at first I re-beheld the sun, that bedward now his couch o'erhung. Thus with my leader's feet still equalling pace from forth that cloud I came, when now expired the parting beams from off the nether shores. O quick and forgative power, that sometimes dost so rob us of ourselves, we take no mark though round about us thousand trumpets clang. What moves thee, if the senses stir not? Light kindled and heave-in, spontaneous, self-informed, or likelier gliding down with swift elapse by will divine. Portrayed before me came the traces of her dire impiety, whose form was changed into the bird, that most delights itself in song, and here my mind was inwardly so rapt, it gave no place to aught that asked admittance from without. Next showered into my fantasy a shape as of one crucified, whose visage spake fell rancor, malice deep, wherein he died, and round him Ahasuerus the great king, Esther his bride, and Mordecai the just, blameless in word and deed. As of itself that unsubstantial coinage of the brain burst, like a bubble, which the water fails that fed it, in my vision straight uprose a damsel weeping loud, and cried, O Queen! O Mother! Wherefore has intemperate ire driven thee to loathe thy being? Not to lose Lavinia, desperate thou hast slain thyself. Now hast thou lost me. I am she, whose tears mourn, ere I fall, a mother's timeless end. E'en as a sleep breaks off, if suddenly new radiance strike upon the closed lids, the broken slumber quivering ere it dies, thus from before me sunk that imagery vanishing, soon as on my face there struck the light, outshining far our earthly beam. As round I turned me to survey what place I had arrived at, here ye mount, exclaimed a voice, that other purpose left me none, save will so eager to behold who spake, I could not choose but gaze. As for the sun, that weighs our vision down, and veils his form in light transcendent, thus my virtue failed unequal. This is spirit from above, who marshals us our upward way, unsought, and in his own light shrouds him. As a man doth for himself, so now is done for us. For whoso waits imploring, yet sees need of his prompt aidance, sets himself prepared for blunt denial, ere the suit be made. Refuse we not to lend a ready-footed such inviting, haste we to ascend, before it darken, for we may not then, till morn again return. So spake my guide, and to one ladder both addressed our steps, and the first stair approaching, I perceived near me as 'twere the waving of a wing, that fanned my face and whispered, Blessed they the peacemakers, they know not evil wrath. Now to such height above our heads were rised the last beams, followed close by hooded night, that many a star on all sides through the gloom shone out. Why partest from me, O my strength? So with myself I communed, for I felt my o'ertoiled sinews slacken. We had reached the summit, and were fixed like to a bark arrived at land. And waiting a short space, if aught should meet mine ear in that new round, then to my guide I turned, and said, Loved sire, declare what guilt is on this circle purged. If our feet rest, no need thy speech should pause. He thus to me, the love of good, whatever wanted of just proportion, here fulfills. Here plies afresh the oar, that loitered ill. But that thou mayst yet clearlier understand, give ear unto my words, and thou shalt cull some fruit may please thee well, from this delay. Creator, nor created being, ne'er, my son, he thus began, was without love, or natural, or the free spirit's growth. Thou hast not that to learn. The natural still is without error, but the other swerves, if on ill object bent, or through excess of vigor, or defect. While error it seeks the primal blessings, or with measure due inferior, no delight, that flows from it, partakes of ill. But let it warp to evil, or with more ardor than behooves, or less. Pursue the good, the thing created then works gainst its maker. Hence thou must infer that love is german of each virtuing ye, and of each act no less, that merits pain. Now since it may not be, but love intend the welfare mainly of the thing it loves, all from self-hatred are secure, and since no being can be thought to exist apart and independent of the first, a bar of equal force restrains from hating that. Grant the distinction just, and it remains the evil must be another's, which is loved. 3 ways such love is gendered in your clay. There is who hopes, his neighbor's worth depressed, preeminence himself, and covets hence for his own greatness that another fall. There is who so much fears the loss of power, fame, favor, glory, should his fellow mount above him, and so sickens at the thought, he loves their opposite, and there is he, whom wrong or insult seems to gall and shame that he doth thirst for vengeance, and such needs must dote on others' evil. Here beneath this threefold love is mourned. Of th other sort be now instructed, that which follows good but with disordered and irregular course. All indistinctly apprehend a bliss on which the soul may rest, the hearts of all yearn after it, and to that wished born all therefore strive to tend. If ye beholders seek it with a love remiss and lax, this cornice after just repenting lays its penal torment on ye. Other good there is, where man finds not his happiness, it is not true fruition, not that blessed essence, of every good the branch and root. The love too lavishly bestowed on this, along 3 circles over us, is mourned. Account of that division tripartite expect not, fitter for thine own research.